The con I need that week, or if that's what does that.
Talking about just auto populating.
Yes, please. I would love that on my mage.
It's awesome. It's an add-on called water dispenser.
Oh, sweet. I'll look that up. Thank you.
Yeah.
You mean mage?
I think every mage should have that by default.
I agree.
This general goods vendor is just not cutting it.
Doesn't have that extra essence of Hakan.
I mean, purple. I mean, if the mage isn't sweaty, do we really want him?
Could probably just do mother while we keep looking, right?
Yeah.
Did I miss the table by chance?
Who's that? I'll give you mine.
Amaretto. Oh, thank you.
And there's walking water on the vendors. Future reference. If you do use it.
Don't try and take that job away from me, dude.
Trying to save your bag space, homie.
Fair enough.
Lava's around. I don't think that solves our problem, though. Said lava's available, but I don't think that solves our problem. Unless Zeph has a shaman set up.
No, we would need, because Lava's a priest in theory.
Yeah, I don't have one set up, but I could make one.
Okay, we got somebody coming in 3 minutes. So we can start clearing trash until then. Let me get this. Psycho, do you have your enhanced set up?
Do you need or want my hunter/priest in?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, sounds good. I'll watch the stream.
Thank you, though.
Yep.
He doesn't have.
Yeah, if you want to do that then, Psycho, that'd be great.
Zeph, you can literally just walk to the teleporter at the start of BT. It brings you right to where we are.
Okay, I'm working on finding them.
Yeah, he's just right at the top of the tunnel at the entrance.
Ah, okay.
Psycho, I'll make your shadow resist cloak and your bracers real quick for you, since they're BOE.
I'm gonna relog my game real quick.
Describe all the consumes you think you'll need. I have extra flame cap. so you don't have to trade or mail stuff over.
Has anybody else been getting a lot of lag on PTR during combat in comparison to live?
I haven't noticed anything.
Yeah, I was having a serious problem with that in Hyjal last night.
It's definitely more laggy than live. I wouldn't say it's like crazy for me.
For me, it was dropping my FPS by like on average anywhere between 40 to 50 below normally what it is. And I run over, you know, a pretty beefy system and it runs in the high 100s. So it's just weird. It's annoying as shit. And I did weak aura profile and everything to try and figure out what the fuck. It's something related to the combat log.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
All right, looks like everybody is here. Pug Resta Shaman should be hopping in disc shortly, hopefully, and look at this show on the road. If you've never been up to this point in Black Temple on the PTR in its current iteration, put a 1 in raid chat real quick. Just want to see how many people weren't here with us previously. Cool. That makes things easier. Alright, let's get buffed up, consumed up, all that good stuff. Adamir, as far as the next few rooms go, they're kind of a joke. You can pretty much just run into a pack at a time, and We'll just blow it up.
Can do.
All right, let's get moving.
Seed's causing threat again.
Fix that. Nice.
Unless it was only because it was doing it in Black Temple the other day. It just wasn't doing it in Hyjal. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't see how that could possibly be a thing, but maybe they just fixed it. Alright. Good to know.
Marks were just for like in BT pots, right? Or flasks or something.
Not sure exactly what you're talking about.
The marks of the Illidari.
They just drop. They're all over the place.
No, but what they were used for.
Oh, flasks. Yeah. The flasks can be used mostly in every instance, though. I think Rule and Mag might be the only ones that they can't. Hera. That kind of thing.
All my bitch.
The flasks you buy, I think, are identical, aren't they?
Yeah.
We go.
What's the console command to get rid of the Lua errors again?
Console script error 0, but I don't know if that actually works on the PTR.
I've had to do it every time I've logged in.
Watch yourselves on these priestesses.
Saving those two for chickens again?
I mean, maybe.
No, there's one of the things right next to her is good for it.
Yeah. The Mistress of Woe or whatever. Or the Delusion one. Dementia. Yeah, that one. Ooh.
Cool.
I like seeing a lot of
That's
those.
caster bis, so...
Stop.
No, it's not.
Well, it is when the other one doesn't drop and you don't have it.
It's bis if you don't have bis.
Yeah.
Come on, give me 2.
Yeah, our pug's in here. Feel free to need what you need. It's PTR.
Ninjas.
Ninja.
When the boss lives with like 50 HP, I'm blaming the healers now.
So you're saying you're bad? So you're saying you're bad, Darhole?
Oof.
Fucking brutal this morning.
Who the
Ooh,
fuck
Brass
is
is
this guy?
MC'd. Watch yourselves.
I haven't raided with you in a while. I'm gonna have some fun with you, Dar.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Finish off the 2 little priestesses and then we'll move to the Mistress of Dementia. Oh, Brass is dead. Cool. Cool.
It's nice that they named a mob after my wife.
Damn.
Ouch.
Drag these slightly out of the raid, please, so that the entire raid doesn't get disoriented.
hope it's the woe and not dimension, because that's dark even for me.
Who got the ban?
I did.
Fuck you, Frail.
There you go, legit.
Wait, isn't that 2?
Yup.
Jesus.
I got
Fucking
Shadow.
mood whore.
That's my trash biz.
Enough. Only you can keep those for life.
I don't think I'd ever really use them anyways, but it's fun to play around with.
I'm gonna get a
And
meme
get
haste
buffs
set.
out on the warriors.
What'd you say, Shad?
Gonna make a meme haste set eventually.
Can someone guild invite Hakan? I'm not able to.
I mean, but like, why would we do that?
Who wants that guy?
Ouch.
I'm a real boy.
These things proc backlash, Biss.
Nice.
Here's your fun full, Edamary.
All right, as we're going down here, don't pull the big dudes at the end there. I want to save them for chicken things. I want to explain what we're doing ahead of time because there are a few people that haven't been here and we're gonna do something slightly different.
To the right. Right group.
All right, chill here after these die.
These polys are brutal.
Okay, first things first, come open trade with Star if you're not a tank.
Oh, I was thinking, Glorak, with these necks that we'd be using these in place of the bracers, by the way, to simulate week 1. But
I have a funny feeling we're gonna get enough hearts to get at least
Yeah.
both on some people week 1, but I don't know. We've seen this fight enough at this point. I'm done testing it and ready to just move on. So once you get this neck, set up a rotation within your own groups. Who will be first,
Oh,
who will be
shit.
second, who will be third, etc., etc. I will be calling out when to use them, but I'm only going to say, okay, first necks. And if you guys don't have that figured out, we're going to have a problem. So, have it figured out. In theory, we're only going to need like 2 or 3. But, yeah.
Solos, please, if you haven't put them down.
Second thing we're going to be doing differently is we are going to single stack this. We're going to actually end up right underneath of one of these fishes. This one right here. In fact, in order to do this effectively, everybody come over here, and if you can jump, you're not in the right spot. So come stack yourself underneath this fish, see if you can jump, and once you're just sort of bouncing there, you've got it right. Melee DPS, you guys don't have to worry about this. Tanks, you guys don't have to worry about this. But yes, everybody else, come tuck yourselves under the fish. and yada yada.
I heard there was some female Tauren that were having an issue, but I don't see any of that in this group.
So yeah, we're all going to be tucked under that. It'll prevent the knockups, add a little bit of extra DPS and healing throughput, yada yada. Tanks, you guys are going to put her like right here, just a little bit further in front of where we are, and against, just a little bit further in front of where we are and against the wall, and at least 18 yards away from us. But yeah, if you get Fatal Attraction and you're anywhere near this stack of people by the fish, I don't care if the 3 of you die. Your job is to run away from us. Shadow Res next should save people, but yeah.
Putting her against the wall or the tanks against the wall?
Tanks against the wall. We're still going to misdirect her. So wherever you guys... The angle doesn't really matter that much. That's what I'm saying. Rocket boots are nice still, yeah. Go ahead and put on your cloak and bracers. And, of course, the neck that I just gave you. We will chicken off of this Mistress of Dementia up here after confusion happens. And yeah, let's get some soulstones out. Vizzy, grab Frail. Purple, grab Malorlum. Darhole, get Fang. And Beats, grab me. Alright, quick rate check just to make sure everybody knows what we're doing. That'd be great, Darhole, if you want. Darhole's going to call next for us, so listen to him. Alright, we're going to pull all this stuff, kill it, chicken it, yada yada yada, and then we'll pull the boss. After you, tanks.
Still got those 2 priestesses patrolling around too.
Yeah, we're
Kill this one first.
Pull them
before
relatively
chickening off.
quickly. Oh, good point. Kill this one first. Should be good to chicken after this confusion ends.
Did you want me to grab that pad next time it comes back?
Yes, please.
Chicken's down.
Sad.
Yeah, the images cleared them.
Finish off the big ones, I'll move to little dudes. Yeah, I'll have to find a more convenient chicken location. Or we could wait until after those despawn.
Or just kill Dementia first, second.
As soon as the whirlwind mob comes, that's the perfect time to chicken.
Can you enslave these or no?
I'd be careful with that.
Alright. Tanks, come stack on star right here.
Why shed? They don't hit very hard.
I want Tenric to be main tanking this, so please don't
What
overthreat
happens
him.
when they stop whirlwinding?
Everybody else underneath
disappear.
the fish. Melee don't stand in the way. And actually, tanks take like 3 steps to your left.
We'll be needing a MD as well.
Yep. Hunter wants to go ahead and do the MD thing. Get this show on the road.
We're not going to be LOS here, right?
No.
Double pair watch your threat.
Can't reach from
Watch
here.
threat, watch threat, watch threat.
We're out of range for
back over
curses
the
and shit.
There
Alright,
it
back
is.
him up just a little bit. Okay, stack, tank, stack.
Neck one.
That was a little late. Go ahead and Ankh, folks.
Neck two. All right.
Hold that last neck there, Darhol.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and wipe this real quick. What happened at the
Okay,
beginning there? Like, we're calling no threat, and people are over-threating.
Yeah, that start was sloppy.
Yeah, some of them mainly grabbed threat, and then we died to that cleave.
Well, I called right away that I had double parry, so you should have backed off.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody was attacking after that call out. That's just kind of ridiculous.
Someone on that second FA backpedaled and killed another person that was teleported. I didn't see who it was.
Is Ripperjack too close to res?
No, we'll get you. She doesn't actually aggro until you're almost at the bottom of the stairs.
I got Abby.
Yeah, make sure when you guys do that pull that you pull it to that new location because it was out of range of relevant stuff.
Alright, 2 people in your group should be on cooldown for next, so set up a new rotation with the other 3, please.
Glark, were you in range of Mind Flay when it got moved?
Yeah. We won't have a 3 Hakan because we got the tank in our group.
I figured just for backup, just in case. Fair enough.
Rebuffs on those who died, please. Still missing some ins.
Can the enhancement shamans get salve, please? I haven't had it this whole time, just noticed.
Yeah, we have might. Just give all the shamans salve instead of might. Well, rest does anyway.
Should have salve.
Oh, there's just not Psycho Shocks. There we go. Okay.
Alright. Checking again.
Yeah, first neck was delayed there because we had 3 die and I wasn't sure if we were going to even use them.
Just a reminder, Demon Slaying Elixirs are nuts. Yeah, I want the next, like, right before the Fatal Attraction cooldown comes up.
Yep. I wasn't sure with how scuffed that first pull was if we were going to bother.
Alright, let's do it again.
Just waiting 15 for rocket boots.
You sweat on me passing me.
Wouldn't it be more worthwhile to use rocket boots if you get FA instead of on pole?
Watch that.
I lose so much uptime if I don't use it there.
First next.
Neck one.
That should be good now.
Neck two.
Need
Then
Dream
lost.
State Fairy Fire.
Psycho, Bija, lusts.
They're silenced, hang on.
Okay.
Neck three. That was worst case scenario, only lost 2. Nice.
Big heals on Tenric.
I'm going to get Ligma up.
Iron Shield wearing off in 5.
Mish, top yourself off as soon as you get up.
Remember to Hellstone if you get FA.
Big heals for the Enrage.
Spamming you.
Easy boss.
Fucking
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, it can be
Good
cleaner,
shit.
but I'm happy with
Alright,
it.
hey, before we leave,
I mean, we had worst case melee fatal attraction there. We only lost
Twice.
can we churn the
actually.
boss so that melee is standing here under this
I got
thing?
hit like 4 times with that shit.
We can try. It's
This
going to
thing-
be a little tougher though.
Because if
It'll
we
stop
don't
your
move
knockup.
perfect, well, if we don't move perfectly in sync and she gets a Saber Lash off, one of us is gonna get one shot.
I got Ligma.
I mean, get hit by one and move.
Yeah, we'll have to practice that. It's definitely a min-max that is worth it, I think. Make sure you put your regular gear on, by the way. No more Shadow Res shenanigans.
And, white lights of beams of light are bad.
Yep. Don't pass star. I don't want to pull this quite yet. We got people lagging behind. Catch up. So yeah, these things moonfire the raid constantly. Big beams of light. Don't get distracted by those beams of light. There will also be beams of white light that look like the Loonstone effect that will shrink into a pinpoint and then do a giant starfire that'll hit for like 9k. So, yeah, don't stand in it. Also, my priests, we want to be target of target shielding whoever gets targeted by the casts that they do. Only one of them actually one-shots the person, but good practice. Good pull. Hey, I got the white light.
Watch out for
Nobody
the beams.
cares in it. Nobody cares move.
It only hits once. After it does its
So-
original boom, you don't have to
Okay.
worry about it.
I thought it like
Gotcha.
planted another thing there that just ticked or something.
After it shrinks to its pinpoint size, it's one hit roughly 2 seconds after. There's it on melee. And it is, of course, partially resistible, so... And that's what happens when you're a paper paladin.
Thought I was far enough away.
No, it's relatively big. It's not actually, so the pinpoint light source is just an indicator of where it's going to land. It hits for about 5-6 yards around that. But yeah, lots of visual clutter on these. And I know that it's not going to kill most people, but, you know, save your healers some mana during speedruns and stuff, you know? Alright, don't move up these stairs. Everybody come around to the left here. Actually, no, this is the pack we can skip, isn't it? Yep. Hug the right. It's the next set of stairs. There's going to be one around the corner here that we're going to pull and just hold it here. That person did not get a power word shield.
Nope, I fucked that up.
Where you at, Frail?
Alright, we're going to LOS this pack down. These are a bit annoying. Bloodlords do stun. It's a Hodge, just like in TK. And Battle Mages are exactly what they sound like. And then we'll move to the Archon.
There's also the poison stun.
Yeah, poisons.
Yeah, they can be grabbed with the Paliclint.
If someone wants to LOS them to Star, that'd be great.
There are some LOS issues here for you on these stairs, healers.
Yep.
Do not send pets in. Do it. I did it last week and we pulled the extra pack to the right.
Good comms.
It's kind of sad that the Arms Warrior is the first person to, you know, do the thing that I told the tanks to do. Don't stand blizzards that hurt.
I'm right, your LOS.
Ah, shit, sorry.
Stop seeds.
AoE shouts up.
No AoE here. Let the tanks grab the things. Get both battle mages and then move on.
Yeah, I found healers want to stand on sort of the
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about
flat
how
part of the
tanks need to
ramp
do this
instead
for
of
one
on
second.
on the staircase. Like the border of the staircase is the best place for healers to be on this. Just up and down it. That way you're good on the left and the right.
MD. Master spell.
Yeah, priests, we need you guys quick on master spells when they bubble.
Is it immune?
I got dark.
Okay, so pulling these back. In the future, let's do this. Have one person like all the way down here that we MD the pack to. Yeah, I don't care if it's a squishy or not. Just somebody all the way down here. And then once they get to the top of this ramp, like right around here, tanks, you can just meet them. As long as they're pulled back, so that we're not worried about the pack on the right there. Where's the other battle mage? Eventually, I'll set up my auto marker. Oh, there's
You
only
don't
one
want
here.
LOS these ones just to our right here?
Yep, just to the right. I was talking about that other pack specifically. All right.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah, the assassins have a minor threat drop, I believe, so probably want a single target until at least the skull's dead. They vanish and yeah. Yeah, one more.
I got dark.
We want to pull them back to the same spot.
Yeah. Uncertain of the aggro radius on those two sentinels, but we don't have to pull them. And oh, actually, you can yeah, that's fine. There's another LOS spot for this one, but all right, hug the right. And don't go past the curtains. We're going to talk about council for a second here. I'm not going to talk too much about this because it's the kind of fight that you need to see. But there are 4 mobs. We can go from left to right and talk about what they do and what we're going to do about that. We have Varus Dark Shadow, who's going to be Triangle. Amaret, you're going to be tanking him. He will occasionally vanish and reappear later to attempt to nuke one of our party members. So you pick him up relatively quickly. You've got a ranged taunt and all that other good stuff. So you're just going to be chasing him around the entire fight. When you can, you're going to stack him with the Paladin marked Skull, but that is not your top priority. You don't have to do that if it's inconvenient or you'd have to walk through AoEs or whatever. Then we've got the High Nethermancer. This is going to be mage tanked. Volunteers. Anik, you've seen this. You want to do it?
I can do it if need be.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So Anik's going to tank our dear friend the moon. You're going to attempt to be lag over here. All right. Just as far away from everybody else as you can. The first thing that needs to happen in the entire fight is Dampen Magic needs to be spell stole. So we're going to also have an MD for Anik, and we're going to bop him on the pull so that he is the first person within aggro radius of the group. If anybody else goes first, they will die, so don't. The mage also puts down flame strikes and blizzards. You have to literally stop what you're doing and move out of those. If you stand in them and die, I'm going to make fun of you. And you're also going to wipe the raid because we can't afford that. Then we have Gathios. This is going to be tanked by Brass God X. He is pretty hard hitting, so everybody needs to be aware of heals on our dear friend Brassbull. And also, he consecrates. Everybody needs to move out of the consecrate immediately. So there's now 3 ground effects that you need to immediately move out of no matter what. Keep that in mind. So melee especially. Moving out of the consecrates when Gathios drops them. Brass, you're going to have to cut him around a little bit. You're going to be on this side of the room over here. Then we have perhaps the most important character in this particular scenario, Meland. She heals a lot. So we're going to put 2 primary interrupters on Meland. It's going to be Ori. Ori, by the way, if you don't have PvP gloves, I would get some, even if it's the blue ones that you get for reputation. Having another kick in the form of Deadly Throw is really valuable here. So Ori, you're going to be primarily watching those. And then both of my enhancement shamans, you guys are going to be on backup. And Drek and Hakan, you guys are also going to be watching for the interrupts on Milan. In a perfect world, Tenric, you're going to be tanking Milan. In a perfect world, nobody's actually DPSing her. So Tenric, you can start the fight off, get like 50k threat on her, and then just stay in bear form, of course, but then just go DPS Gathios. What that will do is drag Maland occasionally to Gathios for cleave. They all share a health pool, so damage done to one is damage done to them all. So cleaving onto Maland is very useful. That said, there are two very important things to remember with Maland. The first is she occasionally becomes immune to something, either physical or magical. Gathios puts either a bop or the magical version of a bop on her. When she is immune to either physical or magical, the other person has to be responsible for the kicks. So if she has a bop on her, my magical interrupts need to take care of it. If she has the magical bop, then Ori and my warriors, if you guys are in range of her at the time, need to make sure they take care of that. Highly recommend if you have an interrupt, you also have an interrupt focus macro and keep Milan focused. The only two things that you need to worry about interrupting are Divine Wrath, which will nuke somebody in the raid, and Circle of Healing. Or is it Circle of Healing or Prayer of Healing? Circle of Healing, pretty sure. Circle of Healing is the big one. It's because it hits all of them, it's 4 times as effective. It's nuts. If you miss it, we lose like 30 seconds to a minute on the fight. So yeah. Ori, focus target kick macros. Focus target kick macros. That said, you should stay on Milan the entire time. Wherever she is, you want to be. Because there's no guarantee that she's going to be on top of Gathios. And it's very, 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 very important that she gets interrupted. Last thing to keep in mind, those of you that have cleave or are looking to DPS Milan in any way, do not dot her. Do not put dooms on her. Do not do anything that might be uncontrollable, because she also does a reflective shield. I think it's bugged. It's currently reflecting 150% damage. So when you are going for kicks on Milan, if that kick is an Earth Shock, for instance, it should be a rank 1. Because if she puts up her reflective shield and you decide to Earth Shock and it crits, you can just one-shot yourself. Okay? There's a lot of damage going out in this fight, so mitigate as much as you can. And when her reflective shield is up, don't hit her. Warriors, be very careful with sweeping strikes if she's up on top of Gathios. Be ready to cancel it, or just stop attacking, click it off, that kind of thing, because you will kill yourself. Okay.
Which mob would you like to keep Fairy Fire up on?
Gathios. Gathios should maintain full debuffs at all times. The rest of them don't really matter.
Can we assign healers as well? It's going to be...
Yeah. So Zeph, you're going to be watching Anik. So you'll be off on the left side of the room watching him.
Okay.
Fang, you can keep HOTS rolling on Brass and either of the other two tanks. They don't tend to take that much damage, the other two tanks, mostly because Varus is gone like 70% of the time, and Milan doesn't really hurt too much. So, yeah. My two holy priests, you guys are going to be watching raid a ton, but again, keep renews rolling on the tanks. And my two resto shaman, if you guys could primarily focus on Brass, that would be great. There's going to be a lot of melee damage going out. Chain Heal's going to be very powerful. The armor buff on him will be huge. So, yes.
If you take your cast off Brass, he will die. Like, someone needs to be on him the whole time.
Yeah. One last thing, Brass, for you specifically. Gathios does 2 different seals, Blood and Command. He will occasionally cast Judgment. You can spell reflect Judgment of Command. It'll save you about 6,500 health and give you a ton of threat.
Healer's just generally standing in the middle aside from Zeph.
You will have to move around a lot. So yes, loose spread. Ranged should never be clumped. It's a bad time. This fight is, there's a lot going on. You'll get used to it very quickly, but there's a lot going on.
And are we like fighting kind of on the stairs, down the stairs, or above?
The 3 not moon targets will end up just moving around a bunch. And we have to fight them basically wherever they end up because we're dodging AoEs. Moon will end up somewhere off to the left, like here-ish, probably. Circle of Healing is your top prio, Ori. Divine Wrath is prio number 2 for all kickers.
What was it that you were attempting to feral charge? The empowered smite or whatever it is?
I just tried to feral charge anything that it seemed like somebody else was going to miss. The smite is the least important thing to interrupt because it just does damage to the current tank. Divine Wrath and Circle are very big. Divine Wrath will kill somebody 50% of the time, and Circle of Healing just makes the fight nearly impossible if we miss them.
If you get deadly poison on you, Hellstone, and your chances of survival go up to like 90%.
Yeah, Varus will attempt to kill people. If you see a poison on yourself, you should probably, try to mitigate that in some way. All right, let's get inside and get this show on the road. If people see it, it'll be a lot easier.
Sorry, last thing. Even though we have backup interrupts, don't even really consider yourself backups. Like, the kicks are that important that we can't miss them.
Circle especially. If you see a circle about to go off and you're not kicking, you're losing like literally 400,000 damage. It's, yeah.
Is there a useful secondary Hunter's Mark target?
Yes, actually. Let me post a macro for you. You can actually reveal Varus like 3 seconds before he starts doing anything by spamming that macro. So, yeah.
Yeah, and he is tauntable. Did you say we're going to stack them or no?
We're going to try to stack them, yeah. The extra cleave value is worth. You just have to be careful with Milan's reflective shield, and yeah.
Yeah, so Amaretto, when I was tanking this on my pally, I noticed when the magic bop was on the rogue, you can't build threat at all. And if they resist your taunt, you're going to kill one of the melee that are cleaving, so just be careful with that. If you see that something like that might happen, just pull away from the cleave so you can establish threat and wait for the bop to fall off.
Yeah. Okay. All right, please be inside of the curtain. Quick ready check to make sure everybody's awake.
Abby, get in here.
All right, Zeph, if you want to bop Inik on the pole, that'd be great. Mr. X, let's do Ego, get Moon to Inik. Please do not Arcane Shot. And Hakan, or not Hakan, Ribachek, get Skull to Brassbull. The other 2 tanks will have to pick up theirs, but yeah. All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
She bopping me, good job.
Further in the corner, Brass. Want to give the raid as much room as they can. And also not put Conks in the middle of us.
Macro's not working.
It'll work when he's targetable. He's not currently.
She's reflecting melee.
Watch your cleave.
Top resist. I got him.
All right, let's head to the curtain here. So everybody saw what's going on, right? That's pretty simple.
Get
What do we have people die to? Ego, you went in too quick.
The blizzard was pretty brutal.
Hellstone would have saved your life. Well, maybe not. Never mind.
I think I took the second cast. Not sure how, because I had the misdirect up.
Is the poison not cleansable, or?
It's
No.
not.
Okay.
It's a fizz buff.
But
Yeah.
we should have it displayed on frames so that people can be quickly spammed with a heal.
Yeah, so the other thing, and this is big, nobody can ever take two ticks of any of the AoEs. It's just that it's borderline unacceptable. They tick really slowly. The blizzard, for instance, is every 2 seconds. The flame strike's like every 3.5. Super, super important that everybody moves out of those immediately. Yeah. And the blizzard doesn't even slow, so like there's no real reason to.
A couple people dying to multiple ticks of Flame Strike or Blizzard too. So
Do I have to not use Consecrate here?
Just call it out.
I mean, I'm not gonna call out every single time I put Consecrate down on the ground, to be honest.
So
I mean, between DBM and GTFO, I'm not worried about standing in yours, but
Honestly, the last kill I did, the Pally did call out every time they were doing it.
That's just no. Come
like
on.
my if it's hectic in the moment and you feel like it would be worthwhile to call out that it's a happy consecrate, do it. But like if nothing else is really going on around you guys, you can probably get away with not saying it.
I would assume that like every melee has a phonetic.
That was
warning.
also the prop paladin's consecrate too, Slade. He
Yeah.
is always there.
Yeah, I realized.
Now, one of the things to keep in mind too, I mentioned that there's no reason to take 2 ticks of things. I just realized Blizzard doesn't even start ticking until 2 seconds. Please don't take Blizzard damage.
Psycho, if that's an unfriendly consecrate, it's a lot of damage.
I mean, I feel like off of that first poll, Brass was doing a good job of understanding which one it was. So like we're not gonna, as melee, we're not gonna move if Brass isn't moving.
I mean, the big thing is DBM yells at you whenever something is hurting, right? So you just you move if DBM yells. Simple.
So the theme in here, and it continues in Sunwell with a few bosses here as well. You need to get used to seeing what's at your feet and reacting before damage goes out. So like Flame Strike has a graphic before it lands, you know, Blizzard also before it starts ticking. So it's like you really got to be conscious of your feet. Any damage you can avoid is just more tank healing.
Yeah, I fucked up and I tried to jump out of the AoE that was on the floor. So my character still registered as in the blizzard, so I fucking died.
Alright,
It's
full
like jumping,
rebuffs.
moving on a
Do it
consecrate
again.
and then flame strike and then blizzard spawning.
If we can get this clean at the beginning, you know, we'll lust it and it'll be easy. I just want to make sure everybody understands the fight.
Do you want soul stones or hold for one more attempt?
Now let's hold for one more. More interested in people actually getting used to this one than just killing it.
By the way, tongues uptime on Meland is spotty because reflective shield you can't cast it during that, so it's up when I can.
Yeah, one of the things that you can do, Ore, is just mind-numbing poison, so that when tongues falls off because of magic immune, you've got something to back up.
Yeah, maintaining that the whole fight is huge.
Just macro it into Shiv and then swap back.
To be honest, that's probably better to just use in general than tongues, but we can do both for now.
Yeah.
You're already doing double the DPS of our rogue from the other day, Ori, on this fight.
Is mind numbing gonna work when it's magic immune either?
It should.
Cloak of Shadows removes poisons, right?
I thought you could still apply it while they're immune, which is the difference.
Okay. Wheel?
Alright, let's be inside the curtain, please. Brass food elixirs.
Yeah, funny enough, Thornlings might end up being like insane on this fight.
Thornlings are going to be insane in here in general. Thornlings can also soak beams on Mother.
All set.
Alright. Please let Anik go first. Don't do anything until, you know.
5.
He doesn't
4,
have his dampen up,
3,
so we gotta wait
2,
on that.
Oh,
1.
never mind. Pause. Check W.
Alright, we're good.
Yeah,
No,
go. Red is dead. Alright, get to the whatchamacallit.
You got crushed twice. Holy shield on pull, dude.
Yep.
My DI is done. Someone else has it, Zeph.
Mine's down as well.
You want me to put a BR on somebody? Or do we have a soulstone?
We got onks.
Did we not get a DI out?
They were on cooldown.
All
Both
of them?
Well, Amaret was dead and the other two were on cooldown.
Alright, yeah, there we go. We got an Eliok, that's fine.
Gluck, while we're resin, I'm just curious. What do you do when you have 2 bears instead of a spell reflect for skull?
You just eat it.
Yeah.
It's only 6,500 damage.
But it's the buff afterwards too that's the problem,
No,
right?
there's no buff. I guess someone's on the 3 people that ran in, please. Let's get rebuffed. Yeah, I'll call also stones this time.
Same targets?
Similar targets. I think the one that I want changed is mine. Well, assume if you ever type your Soulstone target in chat, just so I know what we're doing. Also, can we get those summons out, please? Alright, Purple, go ahead and get Malorlum. Vizzy, go and toss a Soulstone on Frail. And Beats, just hold yours. I might use it next attempt or on Illidan. Alright.
Doesn't misclick, I'm good.
I hit not ready. There's only 30 seconds on the boss's dampen magic. Wait for him to reply it.
Yeah, I'm more checking our buffs than anything else. Alright, once the boss decides to refresh his buff, we'll do the thing. We're gonna get cucked during speedruns. Walk in here, he's not gonna have the buff on.
There we go.
Alright. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Grass,
1.
don't go first.
Watch out for Blizzard. Big heals on brass.
And it's
kited in the blizzard.
to the door.
No, I strafed left into the pillar and got stuck on it in the shit.
You don't have to keep him like against the wall. You can use the open space a bit. As long as you're over on that side of the room. Raid's got plenty of room too.
Brass isn't getting enough heals either.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Like I said, he needs one of you on him nonstop. Just
That's me
recasting
right
the
now.
whole
It's
fight.
still not enough. I mean, I would peel off like maybe 3 times to heal someone else that was taking fatal damage, but
He takes the most, so it should be Holy Villain, right?
Yeah, I was rank 7, rank 10ing the whole fight on.
No, the rest of the shamans are better suited to it because of ancestral fortitude and the fact that chain heal also hits the melee, who are all taking damage as well.
I found that one chamois was serving that purpose fine. That's why I was like, I don't know. Makes sense to have the paladin just dedicated to them, and then the resto spamming everything else off the tank. There's just a ton of time where brass will take accidental damage from other sources, so
Get someone on busy, please.
pally buff stuff.
Busy needs int.
alright, let's do this shit.
Yeah, let's no random deaths. That'd be lit. Give her a different mark. I don't know why Star keeps disappearing. She's gonna be X. All right. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blizzard.
So how did Tenric die?
3 ticks of blizzard.
Yeah, took.
Can we just get the brass over where I'm jumping now and just kite in this entire area so that he never ends up in the raid where blizzard's always going? Because you guys are having to
Get
run
to the curtain again.
in
Okay.
the blizzard all the time.
Okay. Nobody ever has to run into blizzard. Let's.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that gives them way more chances to run around and not ever go through the raid where that shit's on the ground constantly.
Deaths were 3 ticks of flame strike, 4 ticks of blizzard, 3 ticks of blizzard, 4 ticks of blizzard. Like that can't happen. It just can't.
That was a bad judgment call. My part. I went to feral charge in to get a kick on Milan and went through a blizzard.
We got that whole right side of the room for Skull to be.
Right side or left side?
Right side from the entrance, like where we're looking now. And if you're over there and you guys get a blizzard, it's very obvious because it's always right on top of you and you move away from it. Whereas if it's in the raid and you're kiting, you can kite right into it.
All right, let's run back. I don't want to waste donks.
Yeah, the problem, Ego, is that once Blizzard's already going, it's ticking all the time. So they move into it, they get the GTFO, and they're already getting hit with it. And it's just damage they never need to take.
I got you. I feel like you have like 3 seconds to move out of it before it even does damage.
Yeah, when it's first cast.
Yeah, like GTFO goes off immediately. I'm just saying if they don't have it. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
Not everything's dead. Watch where you run.
When Reflective Shield's out, Ori should only be kicking, right?
Yeah, not autoing.
Yeah, I would have a stop attack in your kick macro too, because you can nuke yourself real quick.
Yeah, we're tanking it on top of Skull, right?
Not always, but yeah, we try to.
Yeah, so whenever that's the case, you should just be on Skull and focus kick. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, when we killed this the other day, Brass, it was just tanked on that right side, and it never had to leave that right side because there's so much room over there. He's essentially just moving like, not like out and in, not right to left, but like up and down. And there was enough space.
I think the first few times that I was tanking Galthios a few days ago, there were like moments where it was consecration into Blizzard into Flame Strike, and we just never stopped moving the entire time. And I want to say the melee took like one tick of all three things. It's the kind of reaction times that I need to see. That's one of the reasons, Ori, that PvP gloves are so good for this encounter specifically, so you can kick at range.
They're on the vendor if you want to. I think they're on vendor.
It should be.
It should be.
I mean, at the very least, the Glad ones are, so.
Yeah, season 1.
Do you want a Hearth and grab more? I'll summon you back.
Let me go to the bathroom real quick while he does that.
The leather armor vendor.
Let's make sure we got buffs for all and everybody else so we can get started when they get back.
All right, I'm out.
Get some out, Ori, please.
Need kings on shaman.
Yeah, and Sheer needs intellect for reasons.
Really?
Still need kings on shaman. Thank you.
Alright, let's do this again. Keep it clean. Let's get them to 75% without me, like, worrying about people, and then we'll just lust it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blizzard.
On your Ori.
Ori. Tongues off.
That's major LOS on your healers, Brass.
Yeah, don't move them a ton, just out of the consecration.
There was also a flame strike there.
Ori, it's pretty much any time Reflective Shield is up, it'll fall off, so that's time to apply it.
Oh, it's good unless don't touch Milan's.
Blizzard move ranged.
Customs.
Nice job moving out of that. Need some circle on group 4.
Keep this up.
Watch your cleave on Milan.
Vanguard and get Ori up. Keep DPSing even when it looks like it hits 0.
Watch your cleave.
Nicely done. See, that's really the entire fight, right? You keep it clean, get out of things quickly.
Really easy fight.
Everything else just kind of falls into place.
Fight's all about staying alive.
Yep.
I don't know if it's PTR, but I'm pretty confident that macro doesn't work. He drops focus the first time he goes invisible, and then I can't pick him up again.
Interesting. They might have fixed it.
If you zoom all the way out, stand in the middle, when you see a Vanish about to come out, you can see him pop. And then you have 3 seconds to get a judgment on him, and then as soon as he targets someone, if you don't have threat because the healer was pumping at the time, then just taunt him.
Okay,
Yeah, he was
when
pretty
we
easy to pick up.
yeah, when we get up here, Kama's gonna head inside. Don't talk to him again.
Glorak, it looks like the mage recast Dampen that time, like on pull, so he might not get, you know, fucked over by it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought they refreshed it when you engaged.
We'll have to double check.
When I pulled
but...
with Spellsteal, he didn't, but when it just kind of body aggroed, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, Hakan, if you go to DBM, just to that fight, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see a special announcement from when she cast Circle of Healing. You just gotta check it.
Everybody go give Illidan a hug. Say hi.
He's pondering his orb.
That big old nugget.
Alright, so there's a lot going on in this fight. I'm only going to explain the first 4 phases in brief detail, just so we can, get a look at it. First phase, Illidan. Brass is going to tank. Tenric and Adamir, make sure you've got your fires sets on, please. And then also type in raid chat what your unbuffed res is at, so I know who's going to tank which ad. Brass, you're just going to pull him like right over here. Let me mark myself. Yeah. You're just going to pull him like right over here. Save shield block for shears. And yeah, just stutter step him as the flames happen. Melee, be careful. You'll have to like actually stutter step and turn him again so that hunter pets don't get completely destroyed by the fire, but you know what you're doing. Alright, so that's phase 1. 65% phase 2. This one I'm going to spend a little bit of time on because it actually matters. Oh, one more thing about phase 1. Parasitic Shadow Fiends. If you get a debuff on yourself that says Parasitic Shadow Fiends or something like that, similar to Shadow of Death on Gorefiend, before that expires, you want to step out of the raid. Come like over here. Hunters, a couple frost traps over here would be great. Basically, wherever the hunter frost traps are, just stand on top of that, let the Shadow Fiend spawn, run back to the raid. Okay. Raid will be stacked, melee will be stacked, you know, everybody else. Mages, it's your job to take care of the Shadow Fiends. Like 2 arcane explosions typically kills them. They can also be frost novid. Just don't let them touch people. If you explode with Shadow Fiends in the middle of the raid, I'm going to be very upset with you. Don't do it. Phase 2. We're all going to come over here to the middle. This is the hardest part of the entire fight. So we're going to talk about it for a second here. I want my healers to be back here. Let me mark Frail real quick.
Do we want to split the healers up a little bit just in case
I'm
they all
going
have
to,
to
yeah.
go once?
Healers, come over here. You're going to be Moon. Okay. My ranged DPS, come over here. Let's put... Oh, actually, let me... Moon Slade. She's done this before. Darhole, you'll be Diamond. This is my ranged DPS stack. And then melee, the first ad that we're going to kill is going to be over here. So you guys will be over here. Okay. You guys don't need to mark because you kind of decide where you're going to end up just by virtue of existing. A couple healer things. Malarum, come with the range stack over here. And Fangorn, come with the range stack over here. So you guys aren't doing all the things. And then Hakan and Anik come over here with the healer stack. I'll just trade you guys. So the reason that we're stacked like this during the second phase, and these stacks will move, and you do need to stay with your marks, so just be aware of that. I will be calling for those things to move. but also listen to the voices of the people controlling your stacks, right? Slade and Darhol. The reason we're stacked like this is because during phase 2, Illidan's going to rain fireballs down from above, kind of like an Inxia, but we can't really go much of anywhere other than the center circle, so instead of spreading out like we do on an Inxia phase 2, we're in 3 groups, so it only hits 1 group at a time. So just basically you want to stay 18 yards away from people. Yeah, so where your marked group goes, you go, and make sure that we're not stacking together as a whole. 2 ads are going to spawn, basically where Adamiri and Tenric are currently standing. Yeah, this is fine. So Tenric's ad is going to be Skull. He's going to grab it, and you're both going to drag them over here. All right, as quickly as you can, you're going to grab them, drag them over here. I don't really want any DPS until they hit this point. Okay, threat's going to be really low. They're both in fire resist gear. It's just not a good idea. But get them to this point and then turn them around. Okay, so Tenrix is going to be facing this way, and he's going to slowly kite it this direction. Adamiri, yours is going to be facing that way, and you're going to slowly kite it this direction. Those 2 flames are going to do a frontal cone fire breath, which means you can't be in front of them. So obviously after you move it, you want to turn it a little bit so it's facing away from the raid. And then you can move it again and turn it a little bit, yada yada, right?
How wide's the cone?
Think like 180 just to be safe. It's more like 90 in front of him, but yeah. After he does the cone, there will be a permanent patch of fire on the ground where you were standing. So you want to make sure you're moving out of that and then putting it back down again. Okay. That fire is slowly going to congest the area and make things really difficult to deal with. So we want to kill these relatively quickly. We may or may not lust week 1. Depends on how we do here, yada yada. Similarly, there's going to be giant blue beams of light that hit the ground and trace a line that also create a line of blue fire. If you are standing in the laser pointer as it traces its line, it will one-shot you. Even if you're a tank and fire resist gear, don't stand in that line. However, once the fire is on the ground, you'll be able to walk through it if you're one of the FR tanks. Just don't stand in it for long, but if you need to walk through it to position some things, that is fine. Alright, after that we get to phase 3. It's a brass bull phase again, same thing as phase 1, except after a certain period of time he turns into a demon. Darhol tanks him, everybody else spreads out around the room and stays far away from him. Melee, you guys can't be in melee range while he's a demon, but you can kill demon spawn things. He'll spawn them, like 4 or 5, I forget the number, demons that paralyze the person that they're targeting, slowly walk toward that person, and then murder them if they reach them. So they need to be nuked quickly before they reach their targeted individual. So that is melee. It's your primary job to take care of that, but range, you should also be swapping to the demons because though they do not have much health, they're relatively quick. All right, let's give this a shot because, you know, seeing fights is good.
But even as melee, you need to make sure you're far enough back, because if you're the one targeted and you're next to him, you're instantly going to die.
Where do you want raid stack?
On style, let me go talk to a comment real quick.
The frost traps are only phase 1.
Yeah, they help a little bit in phase 3 and 5, but they're not like, you know, super necessary.
I really only dropped one like on the pull timer off to the left there for the first person to go stand on. After that, it was just mages.
So really pay attention to the group marker, because we will move preemptively to dodge fire, and you need to be stacked for the nuke that comes down. So just move with us.
Range, come stack on star.
Gonna try to not crowd comms with that. Just gotta pay attention.
Buff pets, please.
Also,
15 seconds.
Every tank in this fight takes a shit ton of damage. Be ready for it.
Especially going into phase 3.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Slate it. You might want to call out to start pre-healing when that phase is about to start.
Yeah.
Also, save your cooldowns for the fire allies as well. And this first 35% is easy.
Frost traps are to our left if you get parasites.
May just be ready to take care of them.
All right, get to your spots for phase 2. Hold DPS until they pick them up, please.
Zeph, can you toss me salve?
All right. Watch your threat, but go ahead. Your threat capped on one, swap to another, and that's why we said big heals.
Did we split up the healers 3 and 3?
I mean, there's a lot of raid damage going on too, so it's not exactly 3 and 3, but yeah, we can do hard assignments.
I was gonna say do 2 and 2, and then just have 2 float.
They didn't rage before or after Brass died?
After. I mean, I'll put it this way. Teneric was tanking for 6 seconds and didn't receive a single direct heal. So, question mark.
Were they supposed to be kited into each other?
Yeah. Yeah, but they can't stay together.
The idea is they meet up and split, and then Skull's dead when it gets to the halfway to the other side, and then the other one just gets to keep going around.
Yeah. I would love to stack and cleave them, but the amount of fire resist required to do so is impossible. Because they tend to breath and drop their fire at the same time, so if the tanks stack, they're just dead. Okay, so let's do this as far as healing goes. Actually, let me just type this out so I can repost it later.
Oh yeah, it's super fast to run back now. You get teleported right here.
Let's get rebuff real quick, do it again. Super quick wipe cycles on this boss, please, just so we can see as much as possible. If we make it
for all 3-minute bio.
If we make it to demon phase, I think we'll be set.
Frail's gone for 3
Yeah.
minutes. We could just chance him not getting parasites and go. He'll be back in time for when we need him. Brass, you might want to really save that last stand for the final phase too. By the way,
And probably shield wall the enrage. Honestly, I would, if I were a warrior on this, I would last stand at the beginning of phase 3 every time.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then they'd shield wall the enrage.
Yeah,
for sure. If you need to last stand in the first phase, we're better off just redoing the fight.
Alright, trying to see if everybody's here. No, Frail's not, but... Cool. Also, physical DPS, get used to bringing Elixirs of Demon Slaying. They're way better than any other options. Alright, Brass, you want to talk to him? Good.
Frail looks like some back.
I didn't notice, were the flames considered demon as well?
Yes. Everything in this fight is a demon.
Nice.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
For glaives, alright. You don't need to go back that far.
What's the reason for moving him at all on pole, to be honest?
There was an old reason, which was you get a bunch of flames. Nowadays you get like 2. To your spots. A couple DPS that were really close to pulling things last time. Be careful. Alright, so we pulled them a little bit too far away.
Faster to release and run back and teleport right here than it is to res one by one.
So what was that?
I mean, you dragged them just a little bit too far.
Okay.
There is a limit to how far away from their glaives they can be.
Check.
If you take the wrong port, you can talk to the spirit there, and he'll port you up here.
Okay, so real quick, once the flames are here in the middle, they can't keep going. All right, like I think you were here-ish at the time.
Okay.
You have to turn around and bring them back toward their glaive, and then this way again.
So where Tenrick's at now
is no farther than where I'm at now, and then basically you just go backwards along this inner ring, and if for some reason you get all the way to the 180 degree mark, you kind of just double back a little bit outside your original path.
Okay.
And you will have to turn around. Tenrick won't.
Especially we've got Shadow Prod on the right for basically every boss in this instance as well.
Abby's coming up. He's right there. In fact, he can start it for us, yeah?
We're not buffed yet.
Sure can.
Come over here and get buffs.
I'm getting them through the wall. Just target a different shaman.
The other ones have range.
Sad.
I got breasts.
Your duplicity is hardly surprising. I should have slaughtered you and your malformed brethren long ago. We've come to end your reign. My people and all of Outland shall be free. Boldly said, but I remain unconvinced.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get your spots.
You guys doing fire resist in those groups?
Big heals on your tanks.
Yeah, so I can make sure you're putting fire resist them down. Turn them around.
Back.
Not towards your melee though.
left out of the front of him. Fucking walked into fire.
I blast.
Keep bringing him this way.
It's kite
Mary.
path.
Don't go that way. Melee aren't going to be able to touch you, and you're moving too far away.
Range swap sides.
Alright.
The heals on Turner.
You turned around too early there.
Healer stack should readjust.
Nah, we were fine. Just people dying. Cause...
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, wipe it up real quick. Run back. Yeah, I know, Drek. I'm just waiting for everybody to get a feel for it.
Yeah, Mary, once you have him turned, you do not have to move at all until he puts the flame patch onto you, essentially. So you can greatly increase your room by the time we get to you.
Yeah, I moved him far like because of that blue beam, but yeah, I only move him when he. Like
Once that blue beam's down, you can walk, maybe even stand in it if you have a full stack of life bloom, just so you don't fuck everyone else and yourself.
Can do.
Yeah, don't stand in the green fire, but the blue fire is fine for the tanks.
You can pretty much kite that all the way back to the healer stack there, though, before you have to turn around.
Yeah, full 180 around the circle.
You kite it from the point where you meet Tenric all the way to the opposite side. And then if needed, the healers will adjust a little bit.
And both tanks, I'm noticing we're cutting in a relatively straight path. You're putting your melee in danger. If you... Well, when I get up there, I'll show you, but you want to kite it out of the fire and then turn it so its back's facing the center again, and then repeat. Not just S key the whole time.
Okay. Check.
Definitely being able to practice the footwork for kiting it was pretty useful the other night.
Yeah. Brass, put me on follow. Cool. Yeah, or I definitely can. Okay, so grass is a flame. It has just spawned. I am the tank, right? Grab it. I'm going to strafe as quickly as I can over to this repair bot, and then turn it around immediately. I don't want to turn around this way, though, because this is facing potentially melee, the raid, who knows. I want to turn him around this way. Alright, so he's now facing me. I angle him maybe just a little bit so that Adamari has some room on the other side, too. But the important part is it can't be facing anybody in the middle. Then when I need to move, I move him, and then I backtrack. So he's facing this way again. I move him, and then I backtrack. See what I mean?
Noted.
Can do.
Phase 2 is the hardest part of this fight by a lot. So, yeah, once we get used to that. I also think that we're probably a little bit underneath of where I would want progression tanks to be as far as fire resist goes, but threat is also a concern, right? So
I have chromatic resistance flasks if you want them to pop that.
I have some too, but like I said, I'm at 308 right now.
Chromat's probably worth it for the for the druid, but definitely not for the paladin. All right, let me start this.
Have some fire protection potions if you want them.
Nah. I'd rather they use like haste and destropods for threat.
All right, with FR and my chroma, I'm at 380.
Yeah, 365 is cap, so.
And Amaret's getting fire res from Totem or Aura, one or the other.
Yeah, he's got his own aura.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where'd that go?
Places.
Emma, you got fire aura on?
Yep.
I
Watch this. I'm blessed, healers. Tenric, watch yourself. It's coming towards you.
We're fine.
All right, let's go ahead and lust. Healers, after this first one dies, we're going to move to where the melee are currently standing.
Roger. Healers move.
Moonstack, move. Big heals.
Emerald
Tenric. Heals on Tenric.
Trying to give you some space, maybe.
I beam directly in path of ranged.
Watch that I-beam.
Big move, man. Big move.
Do you want to battle res on Mori?
I have Ankh.
Yeah, go ahead and both of you go ahead and Ankh. And let's Fangorn get Shadrick up. Tenric get Sheer.
Stay stacked.
Adamiri has done his job. Keep healing. Big heals on Brass when he comes down. Make sure that we're pre-healing here.
Start pre-healing.
No DPS. It's a threat reset. Alright. Stack on Star.
Ain't going very far.
Can somebody put wisdom up?
Be Zeph.
Got.
I'm going to be calling for a loose spread when Demon Phase begins. Brass, I want him further back than he currently is when that happens.
Galaric, I'm going to go right.
Okay.
Psycho wants to know if he should honk.
Yeah, go ahead, Psycho. Get those Shadow Fiends, mages. Alright, everybody spread out. Take the time, spread out. Melee, get out of there.
Don't be on diamond or right
Everybody
around.
needs to be far away from the boss.
Melee behind the grate. Run in if you don't get
Get away from
paralyzed.
diamond.
Damage.
Your prio when he changes phase here is to kill the things that come from him, not him.
There
Let
we go.
Darhole get threat.
Get away from Darhole. Away from Darhole now.
Everybody away from diamond. Like 30 yards away from diamond. Don't even be close.
Okay, I got threat.
Big heals on Dar.
Never mind.
Shadow demons, kill them. Okay. This is why we'll be skipping demon phase.
Yeah, it's important to be max range from Illidan so that when demons spawn, you have tons of time to kill them if you're paralyzed.
Demons weren't going to kill us that time. It was the big shadow burst.
Yeah, flame burst got us.
Oh, okay. Also, I'm taking 0 damage with max res. This is fucking hilarious. Demon phase actually kind of a joke, to be honest, Glorak.
Nah, there's a lot of AoE damage that goes out.
Yeah, the tanking port, like, I'm taking no damage.
Yeah. The biggest issue, yeah, go ahead and run back. The biggest issue that we're running into, I think, is that healers are going to them during flames. It's just a lot of damage.
Yeah, and we need melee to be max range right at the start of demon phase so that when the demons spawn, you don't just get instantly killed.
Darhole, you had 15k threat on transition. Does threat drop? It looked like 10 seconds before phase shifted.
I think I think it just resets the table a couple times as he's going through his transformation.
I only saw it reset it once at like 10 seconds to human phase.
By the way,
Resets Ori.
It's looking like several people took multiple hits from individual flame bursts. That means when I said spread out, you didn't understand what that meant. Spread out means spread out. If you do that, you only take 3.5k damage instead of 7 or 10.5, you know, that kind of thing. You have to be at least 5 yards away from all your neighbors.
Yeah, I was getting hit for 2,300 shadow damage and resisting 7,000 of it each time.
Healing you is ridiculously easy.
But if you don't go max res, I feel like you'd be in trouble. The sweet spot might be the guaranteed reduction and not
I'm gonna be
full
honest.
eventually, but right now it's max.
I honestly think that Daybreak at least comes in here week 2 and just skips demon phase.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the annoying part about demon phase, though, is even if you get 5 seconds of it, you're gonna have to deal with the cancer part of demon phase, which is the stuns. Yep. So it's like you either skip it altogether or it's almost not worth.
All right, let's clean up flame phase like a lot. Still have tank deaths, still have melee deaths. The entire goal of practicing this fight is to get the Flames of Azinoth phase clean enough that we do not feel that lust is necessary, so that we can use it later to skip more annoying things.
Amaret didn't have a direct heal land for 2.7 seconds, so when Tenric's mob dies, his healers need to just swap over there.
Sashir, what you're saying is we need to let it end naturally?
Yeah, or just force it out and let the warlock die.
Okay. Well, it's more than just the warlock. Like Brass won't have any threat at all.
So wait, you're saying if we transition him, he doesn't reset?
Yeah, if we transition him during melee. Drek's right, though. We theoretically shouldn't have the DPS to do that without lusts.
Also sounds like a bug.
Alright, do we have buff sound? Yeah, it looks like we're good. Let's get it started again.
Alright, we should get a kill this time, guys. We've seen it all.
Thorol, can you stop talking? You're ruining my immersion.
Heck, W.
Immerse these nuts.
Also, don't forget phase 3 frost traps.
Yeah, that fell by the wayside too. Parasites still
Get
exist.
Soel's down quickly if you haven't.
And there's a pretty high chance that week 1 when we come in here, I'll have places for each individual healer to stand and each group to stand during the demon phase and things like that.
3,
So
2,
be a nice little graphic.
1.
Go and lust.
I bless coming right at Amaret.
Alright. Light it up.
We can call those out, but it is everybody's like personal responsibility to see where they are in the room. Max camera distance, look around.
Yeah, we kind of need to call them out for tanks, though. They're watching too many other things.
I mean, if you have your camera out, you can see it easily. I mean, it was easy for me because it was to my front, but it was to Emirate's back.
Yeah,
yes,
it looks like Victor's fucking ability in League of Legends. Like it just streaks across the ground.
League of what now?
It's the game they made after that show was so successful.
Imagine. Yes, and it'll never cut through. Yeah, when Eye Blast lands, it does like 20,000 base damage or some stupid shit.
So, yeah, this is actually something we should probably figure out, Lorak. Did you see that I-beam and where it was in relation to him?
Yeah, I honestly thought that he was far enough out of it. I think he got clipped by the edge.
Yeah, he was on the edge. So what I'm wondering in that scenario, when you're on that line of it, does he just strafes on the close side, right? Like he would just move a little to his to the inside instead of the outside there, right? And then he'd just run through it once it's past him.
Yeah, the beam landed here and went this way.
Right.
And he was like here-ish at the time.
Yeah.
I think that you just take a step this way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. Because there's no real danger in you running through it afterwards, so just take the easy exit.
Yep. Alright, hopefully everybody's buffed again. Let's start her up.
The issue as well, though, like I'll call it out when I see it, right? But sometimes it's hard to judge if you're exactly in the line of fire. But if it's in your general direction or looks like it's close enough to you, I'm going to call it out. But then you have to sort of recognize it and move accordingly. So it does sort of require the tank seeing it too, Glorak, because they don't know where to move otherwise.
I mean, if you call it out, it you know, we can adjust and take a look. It's just, if you look at my perspective tanking this the other day, it's not like super cluttered, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't have a wonderful camera angle when it comes on that side because I'm DPS in the other one, but I'll try and.
Dude, your camera angle isn't wonderful. Fucking
2,
loser.
1.
Sound like you're in the delirium stage of the raid.
I raid with my eyes closed, dude. Shit's a breeze.
Purple, that's not true. That's what we were just talking about. He could dodge it the other way too.
Can we move it a little bit further so pets aren't dying?
Do your spots.
Fire aura.
Yeah, it's on.
First Eye Blast. Looks
You're
like
safe, right? You're safe.
Yeah, everybody's safe. during your next movement, Adversary,
Healers
see
are
if you can
moving.
push it forward so that the mob is in the blue
Healers
flag.
move. On moon.
I blast Amaret. Okay, you're safe.
Healers move.
I'm gonna stand this fire.
Yeah, you're good.
Did I get it back far enough
I think so.
before I got 8?
Take him back that way. Big move.
Everybody's safe.
Keeping him here.
Yeah. Tenor gun, get Zeph up.
On CD.
Okay. If and when it comes
Top
up.
everybody up.
Yep, big
3 heal
heals.
brass.
No DPS until Brass gets it. Don't stand in front of him. Don't stand on top of where he spawns.
3 heals. On star.
Let's make sure we've got traps out for parasites.
Very fair, please. Fine.
Frost trap to our left, please.
We're both dead.
Ah, right. Thank you.
May just be quick with the frost gnome.
1 mage.
Alright, start spreading out. 5 yards from your neighbors. DPS move the most. Let the healers stay central.
DBM does have a range check. Just make sure no one's in range.
Now let Darthole get threat. Keep the raid alive.
Need a heal, please.
I'm off you.
Demons. Can't be that close, Ligma.
Yeah, okay. It's putting a seal up. Thanks, Shad.
We don't have nearly enough DPS swapping to those demons. Like, literally everybody needs to turn to whichever ones are in range or closest to the targets that they're about to get to.
Yeah, I'm dead. Someone's demon change focus.
Alright. I think the focus for Daybreak at the very least is going to be cleaning up that phase 2 so that we can burn. Because I really hate this fucking demon phase.
3 people all got hit with the same shadow blast.
I do think once we start seeing the flames around the outside that we should be trying to hug them as close as possible so that we're not chaining those blasts. I feel like a lot of people in different groups were getting hit by other groups' blasts because we weren't like max range from each other.
It looked pretty good to me as far as the stacking was concerned. I'll have to check logs afterwards to see if it was reaching.
You can do your best to try and be a little closer to your mark, but it did look good. But it's really important in that demon phase to check your range indicator and do not have anyone inside it.
Yeah, that's my fault. I actually, I thought that started in phase 5. Turns out it starts in phase 3. So next time we do this, we're actually going to spread out after flames. We're not stacking after flames. Just means that people have to be even more careful with their parasitic shadow fiends. It should help a bit.
Okay, yeah, because like we all took that.
Yeah.
What
I mean,
we could
it's
do
not
is mark
lethal by
the-
any means, but when it hits everybody, you know.
We could mark the mage, and everybody can just run the parasitic shadow fiend to him on that face. He can just move left, and then it's an easy drop point.
Yep.
Do you guys still need an extra? Or are you done?
We're gonna do a couple more. We got a Navy in here to fill.
Okay, then I'll log off. Have a good one, guys.
See you, boss.
Thanks, man.
New plan as far as tanks go for phase 2. Tenarch has a bit more fire resist than Adamiri, so after his dies, just head over and taunt off Amaret Tenarch.
Okay.
And we'll get a swap going early instead of waiting for him to die.
Works for me.
Alright, we all buffed up. And Brass, if you do me a favor, during phase 3, after the flames, drag him like all the way back to here. Create more space. And gonna start it up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Darhole Parasite.
Yeah, I know. Chill, boys.
We don't trust you.
The man wanted to finish a Shadow Bolt. It's good.
Solarian flashback.
Oh no.
Pets are dying, Brass.
I'm leaving a Doom on Illidan for silence on this transition. See if it still goes off in the air.
It won't. He is completely immune to
Change my
everything.
spots. An EV here with Diamond.
It still goes off on Vash when she's immune. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's like completely untargetable.
Fire Aura.
and Lust. Watch that I-beam, Teneric. It's going to be heading towards you.
Yep, I got it.
Dead pets.
I'll be standing in blue here.
Actually got my tonk off that time.
Alright, Teneric will be
Taunting,
taking this
taunting
one.
up in 3, 2, 1. Taurus.
Healer group okay? We gotta move?
Yep. Slightly to the
Alright,
right.
move.
Retaunting now. On me.
Healer's on Moon.
I-beam safe.
I'll be doing a big move next after next flame. Stand by.
Should be dead.
Yeah, I'll stay here. I'll stay here.
Alright.
Very clean. Good job.
Spread out as much as you can without walking through fire. If you have to go around, but spread, spread, spread.
Get ready for massive heals on breast. Precast now.
Gloric, we should go to the other side somewhere with the raid.
Yeah. Keep dragging him back, Brass. That fire won't do too much.
If you get parasites, run it to Innic.
Yeah, just don't be on top of people when they burst.
Are we pre-spreading?
Yep, stay spread. 5 yards from your neighbors.
Let healers be in the front. Be conscious of that.
Alright, Melee, get out of there. Melee, go as far away as you can, please. Just give us some time if they target you.
Max range, guys.
Max range, get away from Diamond.
Alright, let Darhal pick it up. Be ready to kill spawns. Kill the spawns. Close ones first. Here's Skull.
The BR is up if needed.
Top up the raid.
Teneric, go and get me up.
Want me to onk?
Yeah, but wait for the flame burst.
It's coming in 2 seconds. I'll wait.
Okay, flame burst is out.
Alright, back to human phase. Let Brass pick it up. Stay spread. Stay spread.
Top up the raid. Precast on breast. Precast on breast.
We have nobody cares lust available.
Fangorn, get Ligma up if you can. After this RP.
For what it's worth, watching there, it is as soon as he does the animation, 10 seconds between that phase transition.
Yeah,
that threat resets.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I if everyone keeps casting, I should be able to easily outscale though, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I'm not worried about you outscaling them. I'm worried about me outscaling.
Okay, quiet for a second. So this is going to switch between this phase 5 and phase 3, back and forth, back and forth. We're skipping demon phases now. There's no more demon phases. Just stay spread. Let Brass tank it. And he's going to enrage in like 40 seconds. Brass off the shield wall that.
We don't have Innic for parasites, so everybody in range just quickly nuke them when they spawn.
Big heals, big heal.
Those parasites have to be a prio if they spawn.
Gotta heal the person with parasites. Mages.
Parasites, guys. There's mages
We
dead.
have no mages.
Everybody else has to be responsible for them.
And just be prepared to run further away from them when they're chasing you.
Never be in front of the boss, please. Go ahead and shield wall this.
Fiend on me.
That's okay.
Wait from brass, wait from brass, wait from brass.
Get ready to nuke them.
Parasitics melee.
Kill the boss.
He shouldn't have gone back to Demon Phase. Interesting.
Picking it up.
Stay spread. Be ready to kill Shadow Demons.
I got it.
Double
oh,
on
demon
me.
on me. Quick, this one.
Kill Darkhold
Skull,
first.
skull, skull, skull. I'm down.
Need faster reactions on that.
We came close to him. We all got cleaved by Shadow Blast.
No more shield wall for enrage.
I mean, that's fine.
That was it. Though.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole fight.
Yeah.
Why did he... One second.
Looks like he shifts between that and demon phase, actually.
Phase 4 has a demon as well. I think he just does them both.
That's actually a really good idea, Drek. All the locks can spam 1 or 2 seeds right when he does his demon shift, and they spawn and they die.
Phase 5 replaces.
Were we able to get him into a trap or no?
I didn't see one laid.
Yeah, I also didn't see one laid. I was looking for it.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
I mean, getting him into a trap means though he was dead there. So
yeah, double damage.
Anyway, all right. At this point, it's just putting reps in. That's the entire fight. Well, we'll do like 1 or 2 more, depending on how long it takes. I'm, gonna cut this off at raid time just because, schedules and stuff. Daybreak. If this is still up on Wednesday, we will be going into Hyjal. Just take one quick look at that. I know a lot of you have already done pugs and stuff like that. It's honestly sad. But yeah. So we'll be heading into there on Wednesday and then doing regular raids Thursday and Friday. We've seen basically all there is to see of Black Temple, so I'm not too worried about getting back in here. Obviously, we'll refine some stuff and strategies and things, but...
Are the demons slowable?
I don't believe so.
Yes, they are.
I was about to say, because I remember us putting frost traps down at the start of the demon phase, like right in front of Illidan, and you can slow them, I believe, that way.
Yeah, I was able to get frost shocks, and they were moving considerably slower. And then I ran up for an Earthbind there, and I got cleaved for Shadow Blast, but it was a wipe at that point anyway.
So, in the last phase, if you are not topped, and we're about to get our Flame Burst, just use a Hellstone if it's off cooldown, because there's no other damage that phase that you need to worry about. It's just an easy way to stay alive and kill the boss.
Yep. Flame Burst is also once every 20 seconds. So if you see it coming and you're not being topped off and you know you're about to die from it, like, just manage yourself, honestly. Healers are going to be very, very taxed on this fight during week 1 and probably through like week 3 or 4.
Yeah, and if I get focused with a demon like that again, I'm going to quickly mark its skull, and that just needs to be nuked.
Yep.
I seen it happen in our attempts the other night too, so it's not that uncommon.
That's another one of the reasons, though, that when demons come out, literally everybody should be swapping to them, because if you're still DPSing Illidan and the Warlock tank happens to be, demons, pass them in threat, and then the raid gets blasted, and it's just not a good time. All right, let's do that again. Go ahead, Brass.
So, I realize this is testing, but it would probably be a good idea for us to mark the shamans and have sort of the raid stack around their shamans in that last phase, because then we'll be in range of circle of healing, more importantly than even the totems.
Yeah, I'm gonna... There will be a map. There will be a map.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get your spots.
Can't see it.
Henrik, be careful.
Lost.
No, it's on that.
Oh shit!
Shit. Went the other way.
I couldn't see it. It was right behind
Yeah,
both
now
the
look at
mobs.
I thought it was going the other way.
Alright, wipe up. We'll do one more.
Yeah, two giant flames of Admiroth blocking the view of the path.
Send a screenshot of our 6% to my brother just so he was wondering how we were doing. And he goes, shit, guild, disband.
That I-beam is such a troll mechanic too. It's literally just designed to wipe you once in a while.
And it's designed to reduce the amount of space that you've got, but like, I don't know. I don't think that it should one-shot on landing, because there's a lot of clutter already. I wonder if there's a visual setting that I could change to...
To GIMP everything else.
Yeah.
Projected textures, probably.
Alright, get back and get buffed up quickly. Do one last time.
It's bad luck if you kill it on the PTR anyway.
True. You get double glaives and never see them again.
I mean, we only have one rogue, right?
You think the rogue is the only person in this raid that wants them?
It was a joke.
They look really cool with the T6 Warlock helm. Just saying.
Our main hardcore team Drek runs splits, so we're gonna be giving them to multiple people at a time, hopefully.
Then it's gonna be getting all over again. Getting the wrong binding on the wrong.
Literally stop. Ori will get the main hand first, and with the offhand for the warrior. Heck W.
But healing to weapon will never drop.
I mean, if we do kill him here and he drops a glaive and it's the main hand, I bet we give it to Ligma because he's never going to see one otherwise.
Sag.
You should just leave it on his corpse.
What are you talking about? We're going to get 10 pairs of glaives. Last place will have glaives. We have fucking D'Artanko in here with some glaives.
Now we're talking.
Hey, the first rogue who had the dual glaives in my guild back in Black Temple was actually raiding with us from Argentina, and he had a 700 ping on average.
Yeah, actually, I hate to tell you this, but yeah. So Ori also requested the legendary bow. It's Biss, so
He needs the armor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I might have a problem with that.
He said he'll get some more hate mail from Mago like I did.
Jeez. All right, start it up. Feel like I'm missing a buff, but whatever. Oh, my weapon oil fell off. That makes sense.
I'm going to take him the other direction this time. See if the pets stay on his back right.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunters don't cast steady shots, only aim shot. Ooh. Hey, you don't want to be the closest person to him when he spawns.
It's alright.
Well,
alright, wipe it up. Good progress today. I mean, we saw everything that we needed to see, and if we get the chance to, if PTR stays up for a while, we'll come back in here during regular raid times and blow this guy up for the fun of it.
Thanks for having me along. Hopefully I didn't fuck up too much.
You did fine.
Yeah, thanks guys. Cool to see a Daybreak in action.
Yeet. And thank you for the pugs. Appreciate you guys coming.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Shadow Next did work again today on Mother.
Those next were baller.
I think that rotation and that gear setup might be exactly what we do live. I know you already made a bunch on live Darhole. If you just want to make like 25 of them, and
Yeah, I have 10.
Reimburse yourself.
I'll pull. We have the mats in the guild bank for 2 full sets of Shadow Wrist, so I might as well.
Yep.
Scrap some out of there.